Hi everyone, my name is Rica Halili. I'm an incoming fifth year, and my company is going to be on Nike World Headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, the US. My program is called Do It Right, which is a work health promotion program. My goal is to educate and maintain the importance of a well-balanced diet and daily physical activities for the employees of Nike. Down below is the website. So I want to start off by sharing Nike's mission statement. It's to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. And Nike defines athlete as having a body. And there's also, this is a picture of Nike headquarters in Oregon. So an introduction to Nike. It was founded on January 1964 by Bill Barriman, who was a track coach at that time at the University of Oregon, and Phil Knight. And Nike was originally called Blue Ribbon Sports before it was established as Nike by Jeff Johnson. So the birthplace of Nike is in Oregon, but it actually operates in more than 160 countries and 6 continents around the globe, and there are about 48,000 employees worldwide. There's actually about 785 contract factories that actually make the products of Nike, so there's about 1 million factory workers just for Nike. And the products that Nike makes is footwear, apparel, and equipment, such as running, basketball, footballs, or soccer, women's fitness, golf, tennis, men's training, and sports culture. And I also want to note that this presentation is solely focused on Nike Inc. headquarters in Oregon and not the other factories in other countries. So more about the company. Nike includes 5 distinct brands, such as the Nike brand, Converse, Hurley, Jordan, and Nike Golf Designs. The type of work that the employee does, it's just, here's a listing of some of them. I'll read out a little bit of it. So it's the brand marketing, merchandising and product management, engineering, sales, retail stores, sports marketing. And so here's a little bit more about the United States. As of 2012, according to the World Health Organization, there are about 318 million people living in the U.S. Life expectancy at birth for males is about 76 years old and females 81 years old. And the 5 leading causes of death in the U.S. are heart disease, cancer, chronic lower respiratory diseases, stroke, and unintentional injuries such as car accidents. So about the healthcare system in the U.S., we actually have the most expensive healthcare, yet we rank number 37 out of the 191 countries in terms of performance. About 17.3% of the country's GDP goes solely to healthcare. And we don't have a unified system. It's a combination of private and public, federal, state, and local government insurance systems, and private providers as well, and other institutions. So the culture of the U.S., a majority is Caucasian, then African American and Asian. The 2 top religions that the U.S. has are Protestants and Roman Catholics. And the risk factors affecting health are obesity, tobacco, alcohol, and roadside injuries. Um, I also mentioned Western diet. It's a big food culture of the U.S., which includes consuming high intakes of red meat, sugary desserts, high-fat foods, and refined grains. And another culture of the U.S. is a sense of individualism, which could be a good and bad thing. A good thing meaning that Americans have a sense of high ambition in terms of like one's career, but it could also be a negative thing because it pursues us to work longer hours and to pretty much overwork ourselves, which could lead us to neglect our health. So communicating with the CEO of Nike right now is Mark Parker. The chairman of the board of directors is Philip H. Knight. And here's the phone number to make an appointment 2 weeks in advance. Their business hours are from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday, except on the holidays. You should give your first and last name and the reason for your appointment, and you should say that your goal is to implement the workplace strategies such as prevention and education methods, and to establish programs to diminish their health risk behaviors for a healthier and happier work environment. And I also want to note that you should also check out their Nike website page before making an appointment, so you know a little bit more about their company. So why is this all important? These health risk behaviors that I've mentioned, such as obesity and smoking, they have a detrimental effect towards our country, and they are also affecting your employees at Nike. So to maintain the health and wellness of the Nike company as a whole, and most importantly, the individuals operating Nike, it's necessary that this program needs to be implemented. Okay, so the benefits for implementing this program is that the employees can maintain and even increase their productivity and creative outlets to better Nike as a whole. In addition, there will be lower levels of absenteeism, and for benefits for employees, they get to live a healthier and happier life inside and outside of the workplace. In addition, they can educate those around them in their homes, family, friends, and community. Okay, so my program, it will be called Do It Right. And I also want to note that since the focus of this presentation is in Oregon, I have established a specific workplace, which is called Do It Right, just as I mentioned, because from further research, they don't have their own promotion program. So I decided to create one, established in July 2014. And one of the U.S.'s main health risk behaviors, as I mentioned earlier, is obesity and the lack of exercise. So my main goals, my more specific goals, is to enforce healthier eating in their cafeteria, and implementing daily physical activities for at least 30 minutes among employees. So one of the first steps I would take is to give the employees an anonymous survey. Some of the top two questions I would ask is, do you engage in any sort of physical activity while at work? Yes or no? And if yes, how many minutes a day? And in your opinion, what is the level of healthiness in foods that your cafeteria provides? And I would have them rate it from high, average, low, or it's not healthy at all. So again, the health topic that I want to focus on is healthy eating and exercise. And the importance of it is because of the US's popular culture right now is a Western diet from our foods and inadequate exercise, which leads to chronic diseases such as heart disease, cancer, and strokes, which is a majority of our top 5 leading causes of death in the US. So these are the steps to my Do It Right program. First is, of course, to get approval from the management, and then I would want to start out any health-related resources available to the employees that they have right now, such as like the fitness rooms and like their outside track areas. And then with approval from the company, I'd want to talk to their cafeteria team about implementing healthier foods. Next, I would have the employees take an anonymous health survey, and I would have a formal discussion and sort of like an educational conference to introduce my program and to educate them about the importance of eating right and doing physical activity. And then lastly, just do it, take action, and go from there. So the incentives I have for my program is for every employee who takes a 15 to 30-minute jog around the track or in the fitness room, they will receive reward points from the company for a product prize later on. So for example, whoever racks up the most points at the end of the year, they can receive like a pair of Nike shoes or like a shirt or something. And in the cafeteria, similar process for every employee who eats a proper meal of veggies, fruits, whole grains, and proteins will also receive reward points for a prize later on. And of course, the education portion, I would want to have an education workshop first in that education conference I was talking about when I introduced my program, and then annually after to update any information regarding health. And I would do this through passing out pamphlets, have videos, PowerPoints, and then have posters around the company, such as like inspiration posters in the fitness rooms to tell them to keep keep running, keep exercising, and then posters of like what healthy eating looks like in the cafeteria. So evaluation technique, I would assess and evaluate whether my program is effective by doing anonymous surveys. I would do this like every 2 months of checking in, after 2 months of checking in, and then every 6 months after the first evaluation. And if necessary, I would do check-ins more regularly. Expectations among employees, a healthier and happier body and mind, less stress, more positivity and productivity throughout the day. I would measure feedback by, again, employee surveys, monthly check-ins, and comparing the amount of sick day leaves before and after I implement my program. And then we would report back to the CEO by making an appointment to meet face-to-face and discussing these results. Again, future recommendations I would have is, in my opinion, Nike has a variety of opportunities for employees to be at their best health. The focus of proper nutrition and daily physical activity needs to be emphasized. And I really want this program to help the employees push them to utilize their resources for the better of their job performance and overall state of health. For example, Nike has a variety of resources for like fitness rooms, outside track programs for employees to be physically active, and I would want the employees to take advantage of that. And then benefits for all. The company, they will have healthier and happier employees. A healthy body and mind leads to more creative and innovative ideas for Nike. And the employee itself, they will benefit by living a healthier lifestyle, decreased absenteeism, and a better job performance and satisfaction. Additional recommendations, another like health risk behavior is tobacco and smoking, so I would have an educational portion on that. And I would also want to advocate more consumption of water. I know like for athletes, they have energy drinks and like such as like Gatorade that are really popular, but they also have a high intake of sugar, so I would want to have an education portion about that. And I believe there should also be like therapists and counselors around Nike to alleviate any stress or other problems inside and outside work for employees. And here are my references. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.